Ding, ding. Bells ringing. Knockouts on the run. Back at you with another episode. 2025 season preview. AFC North edition. We're going to be talking about a very, very strong edition. You better watch it before I slip and give you the right hand.
No, I'm going to get knocked out.
So, guys, it's a very, very strong division that we're talking about here. All right. We have the Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Browns are just sorry. Okay. But 75% of the division is nothing to mess around with. And if you're the opposing team and you see one of those three teams on your schedule that week, you're going to be like, damn, we are in for a dogfight. But we're here to talk about it. And Seb, tell us what you think is going to happen in this strong AFC North.
All right. So short and sweet about the Browns. They're dog shit. I got them being 5-11. They have 5 quarterbacks now. They signed someone else. I forgot who they signed just recently. They signed someone else to that quarterback room. Who's going to be the guy? I mean, you got Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett.
Who do you think is going to be the starting quarterback at the end of the season?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Over Gabriel and Shedeur.
I think Dylan Gabriel gets cut, and he gets to the practice squad.
What?
And Shedeur will be the number 2.
Didn't they draft Gabriel before Shedeur?
You see how Shedeur played in that preseason game?
Yeah, he also played the whole game, and he played the Panthers. And it was a preseason game.
But
he played one of the worst teams in NFL in a preseason game.
He looked good, though. He looked good.
Like, I thought you said he was 0 for 7.
He didn't make mistakes. Yeah, he started the game 0 for 7.
Did he actually?
Yeah, but then he went on a tear after that. Look, I'm not saying he's going to be good. I don't like Shedeur.
I'm glad you say that, though, because I think Shedeur is going to be the guy at the end of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, all right, here's a real question. Over, under, 3.5 quarterbacks start for the Browns.
That's who they signed. Tyler Huntley.
He did. Snoop Huntley.
That's who they signed.
Huntley.
So for the Browns, I haven't been
over
bad.
Over 3.5 quarterbacks.
Over.
Yes, they're going to be bad.
Over.
So they're going to start 4 this season. They're going to 4 different games, 4 different quarterbacks.
I think someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. But the Browns, 5-11, they're just not there. They have so much work to do on the offensive side of the ball and defensive side of the ball. They have a quarterback controversy.
And they were so good 2 years ago.
They were so good. They were so good. And they made the playoffs last year with Joe Flacco.
2 years ago.
2 years ago of Joe Flacco. And they beat the Texans. Well, no. Yeah.
They lost the Texans. They beat them in regular season.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But look, so Browns will be terrible. They have a lot of work to do, but I think they're heading in the right direction. Surprisingly enough, they got to trade Deshaun Watson, though. They got to get that contract out of there so they could sign more players for offense.
Do anything with that.
It doesn't help that the running back that they drafted, Judkins, is in jail,
The only unsigned player.
So they got off to a rough start, but I think there's going to be some promise there at the end of the season. I think Shedor's going to shine a little bit, but Kenny Pickett's going to be the guy. So Browns 5-11, not much to expect, not much to look forward to there.
Kenny Pickett's going to be the guy.
Going to my third place team, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 9-8. Right, it's saying a lot, but you're in a division with the Ravens and Cincinnati, so you kind of have to look at that. And you got old man Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball there. I think Pittsburgh's quarterback at the end of the season is going to be that kid that they drafted,
Will Howard.
I think
that means Aaron Rodgers retired.
Aaron Rodgers will be done.
The last game that Aaron Rodgers plays this season will be the last game Aaron Rodgers ever
You know what's funny? Aaron Rodgers is on a revenge tour because
he plays the Jets week 1.
Look who
is it week 1? Week 2?
Yeah. So week 1, Pittsburgh will beat the Jets. They will beat Seattle, and they will beat New England.
You got them starting 3-0.
They will start 3-0.
I had them starting 3-0, and then I said no, they're not beating New England.
So
I had New England.
I don't know why the hell I put that they're going to beat New England, but I
changed that.
Minnesota they're going to lose to. They're going to lose to Cleveland, and then they're going to lose to Cincy. So they'll be 3-3 going into Green Bay in week 8.
Minnesota, bro. Minnesota is not good.
They'll beat Green Bay, lose to Indy, lose to Chargers, beat Cincy. Why the fuck did I put that? Beat Chicago, lose to the Bills, beat the Ravens, and this is so after they lose to the Bills, that's when Will Howard's going to come into play, and they will beat the Ravens, beat the Dolphins, lose
Will
to
Howard's
Detroit.
going to beat the Ravens in his first start.
Yes, because there's no film on him. Because there's going to be not much film on him. No. Yes. So
these rookie quarterbacks never win their first game.
I
the
think
Ravens are about to be insane.
Look, man, I think they're gonna close out the year 1-2. They'll lose to Baltimore in Week 18. But I think Pittsburgh's going to be 9-8. They have a good defense. They have a really strong defense there. All down in Pittsburgh. They just got Micah Fitzpatrick back, bro. They just got him back, right? Then you got.
No, they didn't. They lost Minka. They got Jalen Ramsey.
I thought Micah Fitzpatrick came. Oh, that's right. They traded him back to Miami. That's what it was.
And
okay.
They got Slay.
Which he's old man Slay, but
you're still right. No, they have a good defense.
TJ Watt is the defensive player of the year this year.
For the second year in a row, the Steelers have spent the most cap in the league on their defense.
Yes. I think Steelers are going to give this division a run for their money because I only have them separating Cincinnati and Baltimore by 1 game. My second place team will be the Baltimore Ravens at 10-7.
Wow.
Baltimore Ravens at 10-7.
The team that just got Jair Alexander.
I think the Ravens are
DeAndre Hopkins.
I think the Ravens are on a decline, bro.
Oh my god.
They keep losing in the playoffs.
Bro,
Lamar Jackson did
not win MVP.
Lamar Jackson is not.
He's not saying he should have, but him and he could have won MVP.
Lamar Jackson can't get it done in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but he can't.
This is true.
He cannot get it done. They brought in Derrick Henry and they can't beat who they lose to.
We're talking about the regular season. They lost to the Bills.
They lost to the Bills in the playoffs because of that one catch.
Yeah, in overtime.
I think the Bills are on a downward trajectory this year.
The Ravens, I'm sorry. The Ravens are on a downward trajectory this year, and I'm just being honest. Wow. I think they have a hard schedule, man. I mean, you got to look at a Baltimore schedule. They opened the season in Buffalo, which I think that they're going to win, so this is not going to support my case at all. But looking at week 5 and 6, they're playing Houston and the Rams. That's 2 losses in a row right there. You're right about that.
Right? Then they go on 2 wins, then they lose to Minnesota. They win 3 in a row, and then they lose 2 in a row to Pittsburgh and Cincy. Then they have to play. Look at the last 6 games, bro. Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincy, New England, Cleveland, Philly, Jets. That's their last 7 games. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, New England, Cleveland, and Jets are not that hard out. So that's 3 games right there. Y'all are a little tough.
Bro, New England's defense is going to pummel this
the
offense.
Ravens' defense is insane. All right, go on, because I'm going to start from number 1 and go down.
Okay, my number 1 team
just
is...
to combat him.
My number 1 team...
The Ravens are not going to be this bad.
My number 1 team...
The Ravens are not going to win just 10 games. They're winning way more 10 games. Go.
They are going to win more than 10 games?
Yes, bro. The Ravens are dogs.
Yeah, Minnesota's going to also win more than 3 games.
Ravens are built to beat anybody.
All right.
But go on. They are literally built to beat
Cincinnati, 11-6. They will win the division. They have the best offense in football. I don't care what anybody says. They got the best offense in football. They could have the worst defense in the league. You get into a shootout with this team, you are losing. You are Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. That's all you need, man.
It's more like that team needs you to get in a shootout.
All they need
because their defense ain't
all
stepping
they
up.
have to do is re-sign Hendrickson. That's all they need to do.
No, Hendrickson can't guard anybody. All you can do is rush the passer.
That's enough for me. Bro, Cincinnati is going to the Super Bowl. Cincinnati is going to the Super Bowl. I'm saying it right now.
No.
Cincy is going to the Super Bowl. Thank you. Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl. Yes, they are.
They're not better than the Chiefs. They're not better. They're not better than the Ravens. They're not going to win their division, and they're not better than the Bills. Okay, I don't think they're better than the Patriots. I think that puts them at 5th. I do not think they're better than the Patriots. I generally don't feel that way.
They are better than the Patriots.
No.
They are better than the Patriots. The Patriots just have an easy-ass schedule this year.
Are they better than the Broncos? I don't know if they're better than the Broncos.
Cincinnati Bengals are the second-best team. They don't have to be the best team in the AFC to win the AFC. They don't need to be the best team in the AFC. All right.
Go on. Close it out.
So that's it. Cincinnati, True Dogs, Joe Burrow's MVP.
11-5.
That's it.
Okay. I like the Joe Burrow MVP.
11-6.
11-6. All right, so I'm going to start from the bottom down, okay? Because we all know the Browns are going to lose the division, okay? The Browns are going to lose the division. Let's see what their record is going to be. I'm sorry about this. The Browns are going to have 5 wins, okay? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 wins.
You're
okay?
telling
The
me
Browns
they're
are
going to be
win
worse
5
than
wins.
Minnesota?
Okay, but we're gonna talk about the number 1 team in the division. Okay, like I said, we're gonna go from the top down. Everyone knows that the Browns are gonna suck. The Ravens, they're going to go 13-4. Okay, I think this is going to be the best team in the NFL this year. Okay, they have the best roster in the NFL, and I'm an Eagles. I'm UC. Fly Eagles, fly, baby. Fly Eagles, fly
Eagles have
on the
better
road
roster.
to victory. Okay, the team has the best offensive backfield in the league. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. That is who is in the backfield for them.
Wasn't
There's
good
no
enough
one better
last
than them.
year.
Okay, the only ones that might be better than them is Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley.
That is the best backfield
Okay, but in the
league.
AFC, you want to talk about coming out of the AFC and especially the AFC North, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson is the best in the entire AFC out of the whole 16 teams. Okay? In addition to the offensive backfield, let's talk about the defensive backfield, which I think is the best in the NFL. The defensive backfield added Jair Alexander, okay, and Nate Wiggins out of Clemson last year, okay, number one overall pick, first round pick, and then their first round pick this year was another defensive back out of another SEC team in Georgia, okay? So they had 2 first round picks in the defensive backfield, Nate Wiggins out of Clemson, Malachi Starks out of Georgia. Those are 2 top SEC talents. So that's 3 good additions in that defensive backfield. And they already had Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton. You have Kyle Hamilton at safety, Marlon Humphrey, Jair Alexander, Nate Wiggins, all at cornerback, and then you have to add that number first round pick, which is like number 30th overall pick, number 20th overall pick, Malachi Starks out of Georgia. He knows how to play winning football. He's out of Georgia. But either way, they start 3-0, and then they lose to Patrick Mahomes because, like I said, the Chiefs are going to beat a number of undefeated teams this year in KC on week 4. Okay, the Ravens are going to end their undefeated streak in Kansas City when they lose to the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in Kansas City. Then they're going to go on a 5-game winning streak. All right. After they go on a 5-game winning streak, they're going to end up 8-1. All right. Then winning another 3 games in a row after losing to the Browns. They're going to lose to the Browns because they're going to be sleepwalking. Like I said, the Ravens are. The Ravens are going to be 8-1, and then they're going to lose to the Browns, and then they're going to win 3 games in a row after that. And it's at Cleveland. So they're going to be on a 5-game win streak. Then they have to go play Cleveland. They're going to be like tired from this 5-game win streak. All right, they're not going to be motivated, and they're going to lose. It's going to be a crap weather game, and they're just going to sleepwalk through it and play down a competition. And you have athletes playing down a competition in crappy weather. The Browns have more to play for because they want to upset their division rival. They're going to lose that game. That is going to put the Ravens at 8-2 after an 8-1 start, like I just said. Then, after that, they're going to win 8 out of their next 9, okay? And so they're going to be 11-2, all right? Into the last 4 games of the season, they're then going to split with the Bengals, and they're going to split with the Steelers, losing the last game of the season to the Steelers. This team is, like I said, poised, man. They have DeAndre Hopkins. He wants a ring. He just lost in the Super Bowl. They have... Who else? They have Derrick Henry, like I said, Jair Alexander, Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith. Like, this team is insane. Rashad Bateman, who's all right, but he can play his role. Zay
You
Flowers.
did not just put Rashad Bateman.
Bro, Rashad Bateman's good. This is the receiving core. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews, DeAndre Hopkins.
You know what the unfortunate part is? They don't throw the ball.
They do throw the ball.
They
Bro,
run the ball.
Bro, yes, they do run the ball, but they can throw the ball. Lamar has 3,000 passing yards last year. Come on, man. All right, we'll go to our second team. But that's my Super Bowl favorite, actually, is the Ravens.
What?
I think they're going to be that good. They're that good. I think they're the favorite out of the AFC. Other than the Chiefs.
You think the Ravens have a better chance of beating the Chiefs than Cincinnati does?
Yes. But I have the same record with you as the Bengals. You said 11 wins. Mm-hmm. I have the Bengals 11 wins, 11-6. All right, they're going to start 0-1 because the Bengals, they never start seasons strong. Okay, they're going to lose to the Browns first game of the week. First week of the season, they're going to lose to the Browns like they always do. Then they're going to win 3 straight, and then they're going to lose to Detroit. After they lose to Detroit, they're then going to win 3 straight again. And then after they win 3 straight again, they're going to lose to Chicago. So they're putting win streaks together, but they're not able to put more than 3 wins in a row. Before the bye, before the bye, putting them at 6-3. So they're going to lose to Chicago before the bye, and they're going to be 6-3. Off their bye week, winning all 4 of their last 4 games. The Bengals are going to win 4 of their last 4 games in a row, okay? And 3 of their last 4 are at home. So out of those 4 games that they're going to win in a row, 3 of their last 4 at home. I think they close the season strong. The Bengals go to the playoffs, all right? And the Bengals are going to finish the season 11-6 and second in the division.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't think your TV wants to agree with that.
It's my fingers. All right, guys. Now we're going to talk about the Steelers. All right, the Steelers are going to be 10-7. Okay, they're going to start the season 3-1. Okay, meaning they will be undefeated before the bye week, and then they're going to lose the last game before the bye week. All right, but after that, weeks of the bye week, they're going to go 6-7 the rest of the season. So after the 3-1 going into the bye week, and they lose that one game going into the bye week, like week 4 they lose, and then they have the bye week 5, they're going to be 6-7 after that. Okay, I have them getting swept by Cleveland, believe it or not. I think they're just Aaron Rodgers is not going to do good against a team that stinks and is going to want to beat their division rival, and they're going to be hungry. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers goes into those games motivated. He plays crappy teams. Like, I don't really care about beating these teams, and he's going to be like, it's cold and wet. Why do I want to play here? Like, come on now. And then after that, like, not much is going to happen because, like I said, they're going 6-7. They're not going to win most of their last 13 games. They're going to lose more than they're going to win. They spent the most money out of any team in the league, like I said earlier, on their defense. They have the most expensive defense in the league. So it's going to keep them in games, okay? Going 6-7 the last 13 games of the season isn't horrible. So they're going to be in games, but they're not going to be a winning team. Arthur Smith isn't a winning offensive coordinator.
No.
He's very conservative, and they had Kenny Gainwell playing more than their second-round pick, Caleb Johnson, in their first preseason game. And people are pretty upset about that because Kenny Gainwell should not be playing more than second-round pick Caleb Johnson, who had 1,300 rushing yards last season for Iowa. And Slay and Ramsey, that's a good defensive backfield. So like I said, their defense is great, but I think their problem is going to be the offense, man. They got DK Metcalf. That's the only threat I see other than their running backs in Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson, and they're not even home run hitters. Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he's pretty good, but is he better than what they had last year?
He's washed. He's old.
That's what I mean. Like, is he much better than Justin Fields and Russell Wilson?
No.
It's what I mean. It's like that's why I have
better
him.
than Russell, but he's not better than Justin Fields.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I have them going 10-7. So they're still going to win
washed.
10 games, but they have a very cake schedule the first 4 weeks, and then they have a bye week. And after the bye week gets real, because like I said, they go 6-7. But the Browns, after upsetting the Bengals week 1 and starting 1-0, they're going to lose 4 straight. Okay. Then they're going to turn around, winning 2 games after that for the rest of the season, and they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Okay. After the bye,
But they're better than Minnesota.
they are going to be better than Minnesota.
Unbelievable.
Okay. After the bye, they are going to snap a 5-game losing streak. All right. Browns, they're not gonna. This team is making me choke up. That's how bad they are. All right. The Browns are not going to do anything this year, and I wouldn't be much confident in their record because I think they're going to be 5-12, and they're not going to do anything special. They're going to beat the Steelers twice. They're going to close out and sweep them, but that's going to be it. And that's my AFC North predictions.
All right. Well, topic of the day, EJ has the Browns to be better than Minnesota Vikings when Minnesota actually have solidified receivers, running backs, and a quarterback.
Yeah, because I got Browns being 5-12.
Okay. Anyways, if you guys haven't heard, our wager Minnesota over 6.5. Loser has to eat hot. Well, go to a wing place and eat whatever
the winner's order for him.
Which we know.
So the winner orders an 8-piece wing for the loser.
Which we know what that's going to be. We're both going to order the hottest thing that we could find out there. So, hottest wings is going in one of us, and it's going to kill us that night. That sounded really weird, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to win. I'm confident in this, bro. I'm confident in this. All they have to do is win 7 games. They could go 7-10, and I win. So, we'll see you guys on the next one, and as usual, EJ's crazy. I'm not.
Deuce.